Have you ever felt weighed down by a grudge, like you're carrying a heavy backpack that isn't yours? It's exhausting, isn't it? We spend so much of our lives chasing success, happiness, and peace, looking for them in our careers, relationships, and possessions. But what if the key to genuine inner peace isn't about getting something new, but about letting something old go? Today, we're going to explore one of the most powerful, yet often misunderstood, paths to freedom, the act of forgiveness. Now, when I say forgiveness, what comes to mind? For many, it's a difficult word. It can feel like you're letting someone off the hook for the pain they caused. It might even feel unjust, like you're saying what they did was okay. But that's a common misconception. Forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's not about condoning their actions or even reconciling with them. Forgiveness is a gift you give to yourself. It's the act of cutting the cord that ties you to the pain of the past, so you can finally move forward. Think of it like this: holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to get sick. The anger, the bitterness, the constant replaying of events in your mind, it all takes a toll on your mental, emotional, and even physical health. Studies have shown that chronic anger can lead to higher stress levels, increased blood pressure, and a weakened immune system. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity, preventing you from experiencing the joy and peace that are available to you in the present moment. The truth is, the past is done. We can't change what happened. The only power we have is over our response to it. When we choose to hold on to a grudge, we are choosing to remain a victim. We are allowing the person who hurt us to continue to have power over our emotional state, long after the event has passed. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of reclaiming your power. It's you saying, "What you did hurt me, but I will not allow it to define my future. I will not allow it to steal my peace any longer." This idea isn't new. In fact, it's a cornerstone of ancient wisdom and spiritual traditions all over the world. From Christian teachings about turning the other cheek to Buddhist principles of compassion and letting go of attachment, the message is clear: releasing resentment is essential for spiritual growth. These traditions understand that harboring ill will clouds our connection to something greater than ourselves, whether you call it God, the universe, or grace. It creates a barrier that blocks the flow of love and peace into our lives. When you choose to forgive, you're not just releasing the other person. You're releasing yourself from a prison of your own making. You're opening a door to a deeper sense of spiritual well-being. It's like clearing a cloudy sky to let the sun shine through. This doesn't mean you forget what happened. The scars may still be there, but they no longer have to ache. They become reminders of your strength and your capacity to heal. So, how do we begin this journey? Especially when the hurt is deep. It's not a switch you can just flip. It's a process. And it often starts with a simple decision, the decision to want to be free. It begins with acknowledging the pain, allowing yourself to feel it fully without judgment. You can't heal what you don't acknowledge. Write it down, talk to a trusted friend, or seek professional support. Giving voice to your pain is the first step toward releasing its power over you. Next, try to cultivate empathy. This is perhaps the hardest part. It doesn't mean you have to understand or agree with why they did what they did. It's about recognizing their humanity, flaws and all. Often, people who hurt others are themselves carrying deep pain. Hurt people hurt people. Seeing them not as a monster, but as a flawed human being, can begin to soften the edges of your anger. This isn't for their benefit. It's to help you detach from the story of bitterness you've been carrying. A powerful practice is to reframe the narrative. Instead of seeing yourself solely as a victim of the situation, start to see yourself as a survivor who is learning and growing from the experience. What has this painful event taught you? Has it made you more compassionate, more resilient? Has it clarified your values and boundaries? Finding meaning in your suffering can transform it from a source of pain into a source of wisdom. This is where you truly take your power back. And remember, forgiveness often includes forgiving yourself. We can be our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for not seeing the red flags, for staying too long, for not speaking up sooner. We hold ourselves to impossible standards. But you did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. Forgive yourself for not knowing what you know now. Treat yourself with the same compassion you would offer a dear friend. You are worthy of your own grace. As you embark on this path, you'll notice a shift. The emotional weight will start to lift. You might sleep better. You might find more joy in small, everyday moments. The mental space that was once occupied by replaying old hurts will open up, making room for creativity, love, and new possibilities. This is the restorative power of grace at work. It's a profound spiritual realignment where you trade the heavy burden of resentment for the lightness of inner peace. Embracing forgiveness is a courageous act of self-love. It's a declaration that your peace is more important than your pride, that your future is more valuable than your past. It's not always easy, but it is always worth it. It's the key that unlocks the door to a more serene and spiritually connected life. It allows you to step out of the shadows of yesterday and into the bright, hopeful light of today. So I invite you to consider this. Is there a grudge you're holding on to? Is there a resentment that's silently stealing your joy? Perhaps today is the day to take the first small step toward letting it go. Not for them, but for you, for your peace, for your freedom. Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration of forgiveness. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content on finding peace and living a more intentional life. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.